I knew something was wrong the moment my son blocked the doorway. His hands were trembling, but his voice was steady. "Mom, don't go in there." He'd never looked at me that way, half fear, half pity, but I went in anyway. The laughter hit me first, then the sight. A young woman, maybe late 20s, arms wrapped around my husband's waist, her face buried in his chest like she belonged there. Her hand slipped casually into his pocket, and he didn't even flinch. He looked up, saw me, and smirked. "Oh, come on," he said, like I'd caught him stealing cookies, not years of my life. "I've been doing this for years, right under your nose. You didn't even notice." My son's voice broke the air like glass. "Yes, Mom, everybody knows. She's like our second mom." That word, mom, it cut through me sharper than anything else. I didn't say a word. I just turned and walked away. We'd been married 22 years. I met him when I was 23, fresh out of college, hopeful and stupidly trusting. He was older, charming, confident, the kind of man who filled every room with his voice. I thought that meant strength. It wasn't strength. It was control. He liked things quiet, predictable, me. And for years, I was exactly that. Until I started noticing her. The assistant who came to every family event, who sat too close, who laughed too loud at his jokes, who looked at my son like she was studying him. One night I heard them whispering in the kitchen. Her voice? She still doesn't know? His? She never will. That was when something inside me shifted. I didn't confront him. I didn't cry. I just watched, listened, collected. Over the next few months, I became invisible, by choice. He stopped noticing when I stopped talking. He thought he'd won. That's when I started planning. Every financial document, every property title, every shared account, I copied it all. Quietly moved my assets into my own name. Transferred the house deed to a trust under my maiden name. Hired a lawyer, quiet, discreet, lethal. I found out she wasn't just his mistress, she was his employee, paid under my company's payroll, hidden as a marketing consultant. So I documented everything. Payroll logs, hotel receipts, photos, all tied neatly together in a file titled Second Mom. The night of the family party was my stage. I didn't plan on walking in early, but when my son tried to stop me, I knew the moment had arrived. He'd been manipulated too, fed lies about me being cold, distant, ungrateful. So I walked in, not as a wife, as a witness. When he confessed in front of everyone, mocking me, proud of his deceit, it was almost poetic. He handed me the confession I needed without knowing it. I didn't even need to speak. The silence did all the work. 3 weeks later, he came home to an empty house. No furniture, no car, no wife. Just an envelope on the kitchen counter. Inside, divorce papers, copies of his messages, and a notice of immediate termination from my company. She'd been fired too, of course. But I'd done her a favor, sent her every piece of evidence that proved he'd been siphoning funds into her account. Her signature was on half the transactions. I let her realize, slowly, that she'd go down with him. By the time the audit hit, their accounts were frozen. Their reputations shattered. He called me, voice shaking for the first time in his life. "You destroyed me," he said. "No," I said quietly. "You did that yourself. I just turned on the lights." My son didn't speak to me for a while. He thought I'd ruined the family. Then one day he came to my new apartment holding that same envelope I'd left behind. "Mom," he said, "was this your plan all along?" I looked at him, really looked at him. My boy, older now, wiser. "Yes," I said. And it wasn't revenge, it was education. He didn't understand it then, but he will. Sometimes, late at night, I replay that moment in the living room. The way she held him, the way he looked at me, so sure of his power. And I remember how it felt to finally see the truth, unfiltered and raw. I didn't lose that day. I woke up. Now, when I look in the mirror, I don't see the quiet woman who used to make excuses for his cruelty. I see someone dangerous, someone free. He once said, "You didn't even notice." He was right. I didn't. But I do now. And that's what destroyed him.